Oh, and it might even increase your testosterone too.
What?
What's going on, guys? Kyle Barloon here, coming at you with another video. And in this video today, apart from my slick back hair and awesome grossness, today, another diet challenge. This time, intermittent fasting. I am going to start off this video by saying I'm not a doctor, I'm not a dietitian. I'm just a dude on YouTube who's a personal trainer and a fitness coach and a PE teacher who's just trying to live a healthier life and have a little bit of fun trying to lose weight through awesome diet challenges. What is intermittent fasting? Well, you're choosing what time of the day you're eating and you're choosing what times you're not eating. Basically, you have a feasting window and you have a fasting window. There's all sorts of different ways you can do it. In one of my previous videos, the OMAD diet, basically that was 1 hour of feasting, 23 hours of fasting. Some people do 4 hours of feasting and 20 hours of fasting. Some people do 8 hours of feeding and then 16 hours of fasting. That's always a possible one. That's actually pretty popular. And then you have people like me, and this is what we're going to be doing for this challenge, which is 6 hours of feasting and then 18 hours of fasting. And one reason that I chose to do intermittent fasting this time was mainly because it's a pretty good transition between OMAD and standard eating. You see, it can be easy to overeat on calories if you're eating 4 or 5 times a day, but it's also really hard to get your calories if you're only eating 1 time a day. So I thought, why not do an intermix and in-betweener and just kind of do an intermittent fasting where I can kind of do a little bit of both and have a couple meals in a stricter time window and maybe lose some weight in the process. So obviously you can't eat calories during the fasting period. That's why it's called the fasting period. But there are some things you can drink. And I'm going to basically do what I did on the OMAD diet. I got my coffee and I had sparkling water. So these two things were a lifesaver. When it came to my lifting regimen, it was the same. I don't like to change things. I don't like to skew a bunch of variables. So I kept my cardio the same. I kept my weights the same. All I did differently was my nutrition. And as far as the calories that I decided to eat and consume during this challenge was about 2,000 to 2,400. Thought that might as well. Oh, come on, you stupid door. Well, those have pretty much been the calories that I've been trying to maintain. That helps me kind of lose a pound or so a week. So I thought I might as well keep that going and keep that consistent. There we go. Oh, there it is. Now, there's a lot of supposed benefits to intermittent fasting, like mental clarity, increased testosterone, things like that. I'm not too interested in trying to get any of those benefits. Really, I just want to see if this is an easier way to get a caloric deficit. My personal theory behind this is that given a shorter window, I will have to eat more food in less time, therefore making me feel fuller for longer, thus increasing my satiety, making me overall eat less, keep me in a calorie deficit, and therefore getting me weight loss. That's the theory. So I ended the Domino's diet at about 213 pounds, and I lost roughly a pound and a half since then, and I forgot to weigh myself at the start. So, trust me, I was about 211-ish. There's my starting weight. Let's go ahead and get into the meals. Meal number 1 is 4 pieces of French toast with a scoop of protein powder, sugar-free maple syrup, sugar-free chocolate syrup, and some Cool Whip. Super filling, super delicious, and under 600 calories. Carb balanced tortilla, low calorie sauce, reduced fat cheese, turkey pepperoni, Italian seasoning. Super good. Day 1 was awesome. I loved the food choices that I had. The French toast really fills me up. Thank you, Coach Greg. 0 hunger pains from that one. Watch his videos, you'll get it. I actually only ended up eating about half of that pasta, as you'll see like later in the clips. And then that pizza was bomb, okay? So all that together was very, very filling. But no, it was good, stayed full all day. Day 2, I wanted to kind of prioritize greens a little bit more because, let's be honest, day 1 didn't have too many. Try to be a little more health conscious on day 2. So Andy made breakfast this morning, so we got 3 pancakes. I put 1 scoop of protein powder with some water for a syrup and some sugar-free maple syrup as well. And to keep it moderately healthy, I have 150 grams, I believe, of egg whites with a cup of spinach and a little bit of ketchup on top. And then I forgot I had to deliver that night for Domino's, so... But I proved in my Domino's diet that it doesn't matter what kind of food you eat, you can lose weight if you're in a calorie deficit. Go watch that video if you don't believe me. On to day 3 again. We are in the kitchen yet again because diet challenges. It is going to be 3 servings of sweet potato fries, 4 servings of tilapia, and a bag of broccoli. Gonna season all these bad boys up and it should taste pretty good. See, there's the other half of the pasta I was talking about. I told you you'd see it. So this chocolate milk was bomb. A typical 8-ounce glass is between 130 to up to 200 calories depending on what kind of chocolate milk you buy. I had 16 ounces there of almond milk. I put some sugar-free chocolate syrup in there and then some artificial sweetener, blended it up, boom, it was amazing. If you wanted me to make the change of the flavor a little bit too, put in cocoa powder unsweetened in there as well. Oh my gosh, it's so good. And it's half the calories. Half the calories and double the volume. Cures the sweet tooth, it tastes amazing, and it's not gonna kill your diet. Anywho, on to day 4. So this whole thing, I'm gonna split it with Andy, who's also behind the camera again. So this is basically a low-calorie version of a tater tot casserole. So here's what we did. Here we go. We have a couple servings of hash browns in there. We have 8 ounces of chicken, a can of cream of mushroom soup, which is arguably, and oddly enough, like the highest calorie thing in there, which is really weird. And then reduced fat mozzarella cheese. And I used this bad boy, which you've seen in previous videos, ranch seasoning, and salt, pepper, rosemary, things like that. It's beautiful. We are on a day 5. This is the final day of intermittent fasting. I'm honestly probably gonna continue this way of eating for another couple days. I've really enjoyed how my body's felt with it. I've enjoyed how easy it is. And I love how much food I can eat all at once. So it's really great. So I think this is kind of the good balance between the OMAD diet and normal eating, especially for me, just with my lifestyle and how my body works. Today's eating window is going to be pushed up a little bit. I've been kind of eating at like between 4 and 10-ish. It's kind of a 6-hour eating window. But today I gotta work in the afternoon and I'm going to a thing in the afternoon as well. So I gotta just kind of push everything forward a little bit. So it's currently 10:15. We're gonna start now and we'll end around 2 to 3 or so. So I think that'll affect my weigh-in tomorrow morning. So I might be a little bit lighter than I have been. I also need to preface that it doesn't really matter what I weigh day to day. It's what kind of matters over the long term. So whatever I weigh in tomorrow, if I'm much lighter than I was the past couple of days, it's not a big deal. It's how I weigh over the next couple of weeks as an average, or how I weigh over the next couple months as an average. So that's what matters most. So we did some homemade ham and egg cheese McMuffins. I'm not sure if that's the title, the proper title or not, but English muffin, maple syrup that is sugar-free, cheese, egg white, ham. This is mine, and this is Andy's. Andy doesn't eat as much as I do. Pizza 1, pizza 2, pizza number 3. We'll see how many of these I can get through before we gotta go. Holy crap, that was a lot of food. That made me so stuffed for the entire rest of the day. Anyway, here's the weigh-in. So, like I said, I started the week at about 211, 211.5, and this weigh-in is gonna be a little bit lighter than it was typically going to be. So I lost about 2 pounds. We'll say my weight was about 209.6, 209.7 maybe, something like that. But yeah, I lost a couple pounds in the 5 days. It was very simple, very easy to follow. Will I continue to do this? Yes, I'll go to this in the future. There's still more fun diet challenges that I want to do and I want to try. So if you like the video, please like the video, subscribe for more, and we'll see you in the next one.